With technology becoming an integral part of our everyday lives, it has become very easy for people to mistake an ancient tradition as nothing but a mere superstition. With us today on the show is Vastu expert Rasesh Shah, who will help us understand how the face of Vastu has changed over the years with technology coming in. Hi Rasesh, welcome to the show.
Hello Suesha.
So Rasesh, how has the face of Vastu really changed with more and more technology coming in?
In the earlier times, this science was more about trust. It was a belief system. It was deeply embedded into the ancient architecture. People did not have any doubts. Also, the transmission of knowledge of this science was through the gene pool. So it was very restricted. It was confined to a selected few. But nevertheless, people did it out of belief, out of faith. Today, times are different.
Today, everybody is bent upon questioning everything that is there in front of them.
People want proofs.
Exactly.
People want evidences.
Yes.
With the help of the technological advancement that has taken place, people have started taking this science very seriously because of technology.
So in that sense, I'm now very curious to know what kind of instruments do you really use, because as you said, Vastu is about invisible energies. We don't know if there is a negative energy or a positive energy floating in the air.
There are different instruments that we use. There is something which is called as Lekker's antenna. This instrument identifies different radiations. Radiations which are emanating from the objects. It could be an artifact, it could be a painting, it could be a showpiece, it could be anything in the house. It detects radiations which are there in and around us. There's another instrument that we use which is called as the Thermo Rod Scanner. This instrument identifies structural negativity. This instrument identifies defects in the energy grids of the earth. I've always said that Vastu is not only about directions, but it is much more than that. Today, because of the instrumentation, we are able to scientifically, logically, rationally prove that. हम तर्क और गणित को एक साथ वास्तु के माध्यम से दिखा सकते हैं कि वास्तु में कितनी सच्चाई है.
When they see you use these instruments, have you had experiences where people have disregarded Vastu and then they've come back to believing it? Have you had like any particular?
Yes. In fact, let me share this very interesting incident with you. There was this client of mine who had got his Vastu done, and when I went for a site visit, I saw a lot of Vastu objects. Pyramids, crystals and things like these, they were randomly placed. The consultant who had identified the negative areas was not wrong, but because he had not used the instruments when he applied those corrections, he kind of did it randomly. ऊर्जा में जो परिवर्तन आते हैं, उस परिवर्तन को आप इन instruments के द्वारा immediately पकड़ सकते.
Right.
We have developed a software wherein we can take pictures of negative and positive energies. What happens is we go to a site, we click a picture of a negative zone in the house. There is a color radiation that comes on your computer screen. The client gets to see that. Then we do a correction. We install a pyramid or we install a marble cube with the cosmic symbol inscribed on it, and then we take a picture of that same location and
the picture changes. The picture changes as per the change in the energy that comes about.
There is an instant change in the energy level of that structure or of that area. So from a belief-based science, now it is a proof-based science.
See, this is exactly my question, because these energies that you're talking about are invisible energies. So whether it's good or bad, we don't know. With the help of these instruments, how do you see these radiations or these energies?
I was invited by a family in Bangalore because after moving to a new house, their child kept on falling sick.
Okay.
They had a bungalow there was a beautiful garden which was attached to the child's bedroom. There were a few paintings that the mother had, gifted to her child.
All right.
The mother, when she called me for a Vastu audit, she complained that her child, who was only 12 years old, was getting bad dreams and he was unable to sleep in that room. The Vastu of the room, the location of the room, the placement of the bed was completely in alignment with the magnetic fields and the magnetic grids. But the problem was with the paintings. Children have a very sensitive energy field.
Right.
And because of the sensitivity of their energy field, the child was absorbing negative radiations to such an extent that he was unable to sleep.
My God. But how did these instruments help you in gauging these negative energies?
As I told you, there are different instruments that we use. So with the help of the Lekker's antenna, when we were scanning the space, a few of the paintings gave us negative radiations.
All right.
So the moment you take the instrument there near the painting, there is a dip. And the dip in the instrument tells us that something is wrong with the painting. After the painting was removed, I got a call from the child's mother, and she was thanking me profusely with tears in her eyes that her child is able to sleep peacefully.
So Rasesh, have you seen a lot of non-believers turning into believers after you have used these instruments live in front of them?
Because of the instrumentation and because of the energy changes that they are able to see, we are able to kind of convert the non-believers
into believers. Right. So if you are as curious as me to see how these instruments work, then you need to catch us in the next segment where we will visit the house of one of Rasesh's clients and see a demonstration of it. Catch us in the next segment. Hello and welcome back to the Vastu Show. We are in the beautiful home of Mr. Jay Jariwala, one of Rasesh's oldest clients. Hi Jay, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Suresha.
So Jay, how long have you known Rasesh and have you always been a believer in Vastu?
Knowing him has been like good long 15 years, and before him I never knew anything about Vastu, but now I only believe in him and I just follow him for everything in my life. Every corner is as per his guidance. What he tells, the color schemes, everything what I would like to focus is through him.
So Rasesh, both me and I'm sure even our viewers are very curious to see a demo of your instruments. So why don't you show us some?
Yes, absolutely.
These instruments look very...
These are energy guns. This instrument is called as a Thermo Rod Scanner. This instrument identifies negative energy. It not only identifies negative energy, it also quantifies the changes in the energy levels. For an example, we could identify an object or one corner in the house which is emanating negativity. The impact will be seen on the instrument. The moment we neutralize the negative energy field, the impact is then seen on the instrument.
Rasesh, I'm very curious to see how this works.
Yes, absolutely. What we will do is we will try and check the energy field of this particular showpiece here.
Okay,
and
this one.
Yes, yes, the one in white.
Okay.
And we will try and establish what kind of energy that object is emanating. Okay, now I will have to explain to you as to how this instrument works. Whenever this instrument senses negative energy or whenever it identifies negative energy, both the arms of the instrument automatically on its own, apne aap,
they'll turn away from
they will
each other.
turn away and they will go sideways.
And if it's positive then?
If we change the energy field of an object, you will see a backward flap. Now, if I have to identify whether this object is giving negativity or not, Jai, this object is giving negative energy.
Oh my.
But how do you know that it's not influenced by the other objects?
Suresha, why don't you just get up and please move those objects from there so that we can be doubly sure. Okay, now pick this up. Did you see what happened? Why don't you put it back? Put it back.
Okay.
Okay, this is negative. The instrument is fully in contact with the negative energy field that is being emanated by this object.
Okay.
Pick this object, okay, and put it on the sofa. Isn't this amazing?
I can't believe it actually.
Do you know, Swesha, we have this concept of Aarti, and it has been given tremendous importance in our culture. But there is a scientific reasoning why when one goes to a temple, why does one do a Aarti? The secret lies in the flame and the number of flames. Odd numbers are positive. Even number of flames will cancel out each other.
On the contrary, Rasesh, I have always heard that usually even during festivals or otherwise also, people light 2 diyas on both corners of the door. So I've never heard of an odd flame or
Some.
That's a wrong way of doing it. Swesha, why don't you take that candle?
Okay.
Just light one candle, please. An odd flame is one of the most potent, powerful, infinite source of positive energy. This object has been identified as a negative object.
Right.
I will again try and get connected with the object in terms of the energy field. Okay, both the arms of the instrument has gone sideways. Okay, just take the flame as near to the object as possible and keep on seeing the instrument, yeah? Okay, 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 touch it.
Okay, so this flame is converted
Yes,
the energy
yes.
of that negative object.
Yes, why don't you take it near the object, totally near the object.
Okay.
That's it.
Yes.
My God,
Okay.
my God. Okay.
Okay, now this is odd flame which has totally neutralized, nullified and mitigated
The negative energy of that
the
object. Okay.
Yes. Now why don't you light another candle?
Yeah.
See the impact on the instrument. Keep the flame there. Keep the flame there.
Oh my.
Two flames have cancelled out each other. The energy of the object,
Yeah.
okay, is again negative.
Yeah.
There was this odd flame which had changed the energy field of the object. Now with the two flames,
It got cancelled out.
yes, it got cancelled out.
I've never
This
seen
is-
something like this. This is the first time I'm seeing something.
This is how technology has benefited Vastu.
So basically, when you talk of all these remedies and everything, it is totally possible to negate the effect of an object or a
Absolutely.
corner which
Yes.
emits negative energy.
Absolutely. We can certainly do that, and we can do it with 100% conviction because of the instrument that I'm using.
So Jay, also I wanted to ask you that have things like these happen in front of you, and has it reaffirmed your faith in Vastu when?
I've seen many of this kind of things doing it, and we had to throw so many objects because he did not allow us to have it in our home. And
That's not cool.
end of the day, it's the happiness that matters.
Right.
And due to no negativity in the house, I'm sure positivity comes in a big way.
Right.
So we are very happy.
So Jay, coming to this beautiful house that you've made, what changes has Rasesh brought about in this house from the Vastu point of view?
The drastic point being in the house was when we bought the house had a southeast servant's toilet, which, as per Rasesh and I knew in my older house, would be the most negative thing. And once we decided to buy the place and we bought the place, even before we could start our interior work, we destroyed that bathroom immediately, because that corner, according to him, is like the fire corner of the house. So that was the drastic change we did. Everything in the house is Vastu compliant, basically, because we have the right south-west corner, we have the northwest corner, which according to him it's for the kids, and my elder daughter is staying in that room. The northeast is for my mom. So everything is very well coordinated according to him, and we are today very happy. We are today at a lot of peace than what we were.
As per his planetary charts, this property faces which direction?
This property faces the south. So
Which suits him.
yes, so technically
Okay.
that means that when he exits out of the house, he is facing the south. Dakshin Mukhi ghar hai ye.
Right. And what about the other changes that you brought about in this house?
When I saw this property, this house that you see right now was not what it is. It was in a bad state. The main door of the house is facing the south. As discussed, south is a negative direction. South is a direction which people usually run away from. But this was the sole reason why I wanted Jay to buy this property. It is in sync with his planetary chart. वो उनकी कुंडली के साथ मेल खाता है. There are other very interesting changes that we've done in his house. The master bedroom has wooden flooring. The master bedroom is in the southwest direction. वो नैऋत्य कोने में है. And I wanted the earth element to be very strong in the house. The flooring in the master bedroom is slightly elevated. It is raised because we wanted the magnetic energy to flow in a particular direction. We have taken violet as a color in his daughter's bedroom and that has given amazing results, Suesha.
What kind of results did it bring about?
She passed out 10th a year before, scoring 96.6%.
Wow, 96.6,
yeah, that is
my God.
A great gift for in the new house, I would say.
Also the direction of her room, it's the northwest. So that direction was also chosen keeping in mind her planetary chart.
So basically every room has been designed as per the occupant of that room.
Distinctively for the right members, I would say.
For that member. Yeah. Also Rasesh, even in the living room I can see that this section, the right half of the section is raised as compared to this half. So have you done that on purpose from keeping in mind the Vastu of the house?
No, this was not done on purpose. This is a structural thing that you see. The split level in the flooring is actually a violation. So what we've done is we've installed 4 marble cubes in that area where there is a depression. We have harmonized the entire space. So right now where you and I are sitting, structurally this is at a lower level, but energetically the place is up. It is at the same level compared to the other house floor.
Okay Rasesh, thank you so much for showing us your instruments. And Jay, thank you for having us in your beautiful home.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're as enthralled as I am after seeing how beautifully technology works in sync with the ancient science of Vastu. With that, it's time for us to take a break. On the other side of the break, we will have Rasesh answer your questions. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. In this segment, Mr. Rasesh Shah, our Vastu expert, will answer all your Vastu queries. So Rasesh, moving to the first question, Mrs. Roy Chaudhary asks that in her current house layout, the northeast corner is blocked. Does it have to be open? And also, why is the northeast corner of a house said to be auspicious?
Northeast corner is a very important corner in this part of the world. Any kind of clutter in that corner is going to create issues in the natural flow of energies in the house, which is going to have a direct implication on the prosperity of that house. So it is advisable for one to have a sacred corner made in the northeast direction of the house.
Right, but her problem is that her northeast corner is blocked. Now she is asking you whether it has to be open.
Yes, it has to be open.
Now, if there is a permanent blockage, suppose in the northeast corner for someone, is it possible to place certain symbols to kind of evade the effect of?
Yes, absolutely, we can and we are doing that. There are certain symbols which are made of specific materials using specific colors which are in sync with the energies of that particular direction.
Alright, our next question is from Mrs. Arora from Delhi. She has sent in her question asking that she's read somewhere that while dining, her daughter should face the east and her son should face the north direction. Is this relevant?
Not at all. She has some wrong information about the science.
Alright.
One can face north, south, east, west, any of the directions while dining.
While you're eating, you can eat in any direction. So as to
one needs to be careful that one is not directly sitting under the beam when one is eating. there is a lot of negativity which one experiences while eating.
You know, a lot of people tend to eat in any room except for the dining room. Like some people eat in their, you know, bedroom or drawing room. Is that okay from the Vastu point of view?
The energy levels of the house is harmonized, is balanced. There should not be issue of where you eat.
Alright, Rasesh, our next question is from Mrs. Gupta, who sent us a blueprint of her house. She says that a Vastu consultant has identified 3 areas of concern in her house. One is the center of gravity. She says there's something wrong. Second, there's a problem in the kitchen. And third, there's an issue with the master bedroom. She wants you to help her by analyzing her blueprint and telling her what the problem is.
Her concerns are justified. Under no circumstances should one have a bathroom in the center of the house. Like northeast is auspicious, the center of gravity of any place is divine. It is the soul of the house. Ghar ki atma hai. If there is a bathroom there in the center, it is going to drain away all her wealth. Secondly, there is a problem with the kitchen, as it can be seen in the plan. The kitchen is in the southwest corner, which will lead to relationship disturbances. There will be arguments, there will be fights, there will be unnecessary debates, discussions. So it is very necessary for her either to change the kitchen or introduce yellow color in a kitchen, which could kind of harmonize the negative implications which are there because of the kitchen being in the southwest. Thirdly, she is concerned about her master bedroom, which is in the southeast. Again, this is a double whammy because she has a kitchen in the southwest, which could potentially lead into a major relationship issue, and her master bedroom is placed in the southeast corner, which is supposed to be the fire corner. So this will add insult to the injury in terms of the relationship disturbances. She should ideally swap the kitchen and the master bedroom, or else get the corrections done.
Our next question is from Mrs. Sharma, who says that she's building a new house. Now she has room for a kitchen in the east and the west, but the west is a bigger space. Where should she build her kitchen?
She should ideally be placing her kitchen on the eastern periphery of her house. Her stove will come on the southeast corner of the kitchen, if it is possible, and she would be facing the east when she would be using the stove.
With that, we come to an end to our questions, and now it's time for Rasesh to give us a Vastu tip.
Money plants are something which everyone has a fancy for, but one should be very careful in using money plants. According to our research, money plants are diseased plants, and they affect the nervous system of the occupants in the house. So the next time you think of buying a money plant, please be careful not to buy one.
That's a very surprising fact for me, Rasesh, because you know, all my life, my grandmother has ensured that she has had a money plant in the house, because I think for most of us, we've always believed that having a money plant in the house is supposed to be very auspicious and very good.
Yes, it is symbolic of wealth.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
when you keep a money plant, it is symbolic that the wealth will also grow. But that's not the fact. It affects the health, it affects the nervous system. One needs to be very, very careful when using a money plant. Rather, one should refrain from buying a money plant at all.
Thank you for that tip, Rasesh, and thank you so much for joining us today. With that, we have to end our show. And for all you viewers out there, in case you have any questions on Vastu, you can write into us. The details are present on your screens. आपके पास किसी भी तरह का कोई भी सवाल हो वास्तु के ऊपर, आप हमें लिखकर भेज सकते हैं. सभी details आपके screens पर मौजूद हैं. With that, it's a wrap on today's show. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, please do join us because we will further explore the science of Vastu.